So, the iPad Air has always been the middle child. Not quite pro, not exactly the entry level, but this might be the sneakiest upgrade Apple has ever dropped. From the outside, the iPad Air M3 looks nearly identical, but pop the hood, and Apple's thrown in a serious curveball. Yes, we're talking about a jump to the M3 chip, the same chip Apple is pushing in the new MacBooks, now packed into a lightweight ultra portable tablet. But the question is, does the power actually matter in day-to-day use, or is it just a quiet refresh dressed up as a big leap? And here's the twist. We're unboxing the blue version, which looks fresh, clean, and subtly different from the typical space gray or silver. So today, we're diving deep into the brand new 11-inch iPad Air M3. What's changed under the hood? What stayed the same? And is the final ultimate balance between performance, price, and portability? So we'll break down the performance, design tweaks, and actually be part of their strategy. If you're thinking about upgrading or just curious, this is the review for you. Okay, so right out of the box, the iPad Air M3 doesn't scream attention, but in that understated Apple way, it's quietly impressing. The packaging follows Apple's minimalist aesthetic, clean white box embossed iPad salute with the sky blue model peeking through on the front. It's subtle, but the new blue has real personality. Well, let's see what's inside the box. Ah, we only just get a Type C to C cable. Let's check if we still have those Apple stickers in the box. The instruction manual, I guess. Something another, and another, and another. And I guess we haven't got any Apple stickers. Yes, we can conclude that we don't have any Apple stickers. So what truly exciting in this iPad is what's beneath the surface, which is the M3 chip. So the design has stayed quite similar from the iPad 4th generation, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So with the 5th and so on. So this has the M3 chip in it, no design upgrades. The only thing which has changed significantly is the camera has come now to the landscape mode. Well, let's talk the power because this is where the M3 iPad Air truly stands out. The Apple's M3 chip, built on a 3 nanometer process, shares its architecture with their latest MacBooks. Having this much power in such a slim tablet feels almost absurd. In the best possible way, the numbers tell part of the story. 18% better CPU performance and 15% faster GPU than the M2, which was previously in this tablet. But in the real world use, it's remarkably more responsive. App launches happen instantly. Stage Manager multitasking flows like silk. I ran Lightroom, Procreate, and Safari simultaneously. The iPad didn't miss a beat. The more impressive 4K video editing in LumaFusion performed flawlessly on this fanless tablet. timeline scrubbing, exports, layer effects, everything ran without stutter. Gaming enthusiasts will appreciate the M3 hardware accelerated ray tracing. Resident Evil Village, yes, on an iPad, runs with smooth frame rate and stunning visuals. The real time shadows and reflections rival console quality. The memory management deserves special mention as well. The base model's 8 GB of RAM, coupled with Apple's optimization, performs exceptionally well. Heavy apps stay ready in memory and creative workflow remain fluid. With 128 gigs of starting storage, you've got ample space for professional apps and files. So here's the reality. Most of the users won't push this device to its limits daily. But that's precisely the point. You are investing in an iPad that will stay capable and responsive well into the 2028. And compared to the base M4 iPad Pro, the performance gap in everyday tasks is surprisingly small, unless you specifically need premium display features or quad speakers. The M3 iPad Air offers comparable power at a significantly low price. At the end, what I would like to say is this isn't just an upgrade, it's a statement piece. The display on the iPad Air M3 is familiar. It's a 10.9-inch Liquid Retina LCD display, same one as before, sharp, colorful, and bright enough for most everyday environments. Text looks clean, colors pop, and casual users will find it more than sufficient. One notable limitation is the 60 Hz refresh rate. Well, after experiencing a ProMotion display, the difference is clear. Scrolling feels less fluid, animations less snappy. While not a deal breaker, it's the one feature that feels restrained on a device powered by the M3 chip. The accessory ecosystem has evolved significantly. The iPad Air now exclusively supports the new Apple Pencil Pro and the redesigned keyboard for iPad Air. This upgrade brings the compelling features like haptic feedback, squeeze gestures, barrel roll functionality, plus a thinner, lighter keyboard with a dedicated function row. The Pencil Pro maintains the convenient magnetic attachment and wireless charging of its predecessor, while delivering an enhanced experience. A significant upgrade for digital creators, though. The new Magic Keyboard approaches MacBook level quality with improved balance and a redefined hinge. Keep in mind, though, that upgrading your iPad means investing in new accessories. Battery life remains still impressive, delivering about 10 hours of light work and media consumption. Under heavy use, it naturally decreases, but the M3's efficiency helps maintain solid endurance. So, for the daily use, this iPad proves incredible versatile, excelling at work, entertainment, and creative tasks. It's refined, future-ready device with premium accessories and stellar performance. If only it had that higher refresh rate to complete the package. So, here's the real question. Should you actually buy the iPad Air M3? If you're coming from an M2 iPad Air, the upgrade isn't urgent. The design is nearly identical, and I think Apple should change it in the next segment of the new iPad Air. Well, and on the outside of the M3 chip and new accessory support, you are not gaining a dramatically different experience. But if you're upgrading from an M1 I- iPad Air or an older iPad from an A series chip, or even if you're just upgrading your ninth or 10th gen models, this feels like a whole new tire. You're getting a cutting edge chip that's built for real performance and a refined accessory lineup, and a device that holds its own against more expensive competition. So it's powerful, light, and capable, and that's a rare combination to get these days. But the transition isn't frictionless. Apple's move to drop support for the older accessories means you'll use new Apple Pencil Pro and a Magic Keyboard for iPad Air. Well, they are excellent upgrades, better design, better feel, more features, but also expensive. The budget for at least £400 more if you want the full experience, which starts to nudge you up to a setup toward an iPad Pro territory, or easily you can get a MacBook Air for that price. Speaking of which, if you care about things like an OLED display or a 120Hz refresh rate, better audio with quad speakers, the M4 iPad Pro still wears the crown, but it comes with a premium price. For most people, the Air will be 90% of the way there for significantly less. The iPad is all about balance. It's not the cheapest, it's not the flashiest, but it's smartly positioned. Let's just say it's the Apple ladder, if you guys understand. For students, creators, productivity nerds, or just everyday users who want something that lasts, this is a sleeper hit. Apple didn't hype this one much, but maybe that's exactly the move. The M3 Air is an upgrade that doesn't scream, it whispers. But if you listen closely, it's saying, I'm more than enough. So, is it the right one for you? Let me know in the comment sections. And if this helped you out, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. We've got more deep dives and real reviews coming soon. I'm JP, signing off.